She down there cooking some damn spam.
No, it's just mysterious.
I like barbecue sauce.
Hey everyone, it's Micah Fragrance back at it again with another video. Special guest, we have my older brother here.
My name is Porter. I've been in a couple of lives. I've never been in a full video though, so first time.
Yeah, so his first time in a full video. I've had Hollis in a couple full-length videos as well, but it is always just good to see, you know, someone else's opinion because you guys get a lot of my opinion on this channel, because it's my channel. But today we have 7 fragrances, and we're just going to be getting my opinions on them, but primarily my brother's opinions. We're not going to be going on the full note breakdown, and I won't have them overlaid on the screen, but we'll just be going over our general thoughts. We're also going to try and do a one take on this video, so let's get into the video. The first one that we're going to do, it's just a very basic fragrance, the most popular fragrance on earth, I would say, Dior Sauvage. We're going to get his opinions first.
Okay, so first of all, who is it, Johnny Depp?
Yeah.
His dad.
Mm-hmm.
Every time I walk into Dillard's, Johnny Depp. I'm like, oh, there it is. There's Dior. Yeah, I mean...
You might want to talk a little louder.
So, I don't have a very extensive arsenal of fragrances. This one isn't bad. It's definitely one of the hyped up ones, like we said. And all these colognes are going to be hyped up. But, I mean... It's not a bad cologne in the sense of, like, I'm picky, so I don't know if I could see myself wearing it or not really wearing it here. But I think it's overpriced for what it is, truthfully. I think it's definitely one of those that could perform better if the DNA was switched around. I think they could do better here. I would, honestly, on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm putting this thing 7.5. 7.5, it's right there. I mean, it's good. It's not horrible.
I think that's a pretty fair ranking. Dior Sauvage, known and loved by many, known and hated by many. I'm going to say 7.5 might be a little generous. This is like a 7 in my opinion. But me and him are not too far off. We're going with another very popular fragrance. We got Versace Eros EDT. It's a really good fragrance in my opinion, but obviously we'll get his thoughts on it.
I don't even have to smell this one. Instantly, when we're thinking of overhyped colognes or popular colognes, starts calling them popular colognes. Had a buddy that wore this one a lot. I actually really like this one. And I'm not a big Versace guy. I keep it simple. YSL, Tom Ford, that's kind of my stuff. You know, I think when they went with this one, they tried to make it special. I definitely think they tried to do something different. Like any other Versace one though, I still think they could do better, but this is definitely one of the top ones in my opinion. I had another one, I gave it to him.
The Versace The Dreamer.
The Dreamer. That one is a little overwhelming, but yet underwhelming at the same time. It's overwhelming, which for me, I've always found it powerful and it kind of hits me in the face when I can smell it and be like, oh, I know exactly, that's The Dreamer. With this one though, it's definitely way better. I'm gonna give this one a solid 8 though. This is gonna be one of my top highest ones.
I'm gonna give this one at 8 as well. Nice, strong vanilla. You will get a lot of compliments with this one, and this is many people's, you know, only fragrance that they have. This is many people's first fragrance, and I think it's good. Moving on to one that got a lot of recognition off of TikTok. We only have 1, maybe 2 or 3 on this list that actually got a lot of hype off TikTok. Versace Hawass is what we're going to next, which I think that this one is honestly bomb. And I know he enjoys Invictus, which is what Hawass is cloning. He has a bottle of Invictus, so we'll see his thoughts on it.
Okay, so when we're talking about stuff like clones, I think in the world of clones, I think it does really well. It's definitely a good clone. I mean, for Middle Eastern colognes, it's up there. Definitely not my favorite. You had Lattafa
Kamarakawa.
That one was good. That was definitely my favorite Middle Eastern cologne. That one I would give it a 9.5. It's almost a 10. This one though, it's good. I'm not gonna say it's bad by any means.
It is stronger than Invictus.
It is stronger. But I don't think that you need to be that strong. This one being hyped up on TikTok, I don't think this one persuades it as much versus the other ones. like JPG was like, obviously if you're on TikTok and you're on that side of TikTok, you know about JPG, and it was super hyped. This one coming off of TikTok and getting its popularity, though, it wasn't anything that persuaded me too much to actually have a personal bias against it. This one definitely going to be one of the ones that it's going to go up there at like another 7.5 for me.
For this one, I'm gonna have to give this a 9 out of 10 because what this does for me differently, it's stronger than Invictus. It's a different take on Invictus, so in my opinion, it's just a little bit better than Invictus. Now it's a $30 fragrance. I bought it when it was $70.
Yeah.
But for me, this eliminates that need for Invictus, which is expensive for what it is, and I think that this is worth it as an Invictus style fragrance.
I do also have to say that the Invictus too, it's not as overpowering. It's not as like in your face, which I kind of like, because a good cologne doesn't necessarily need to kind of reach out to anybody and really hit them. It just needs to get them a little bit to be like, what are you wearing? What is that?
You're right. You said 7.5 on that?
Yeah, I'm gonna go 7.5. It's up there.
All right, the next one, we're gonna go. This is my favorite personal like holiday fragrance. It just reminds me of the holidays. Spice Bomb Extreme, a newer pickup in my collection. I think that this would be his jam.
Now, I've
possibly.
never actually smelled this one. Yeah, I get what you say about holidays. It's kind of a Christmassy kind of like.
It's a vanilla, tobacco, cinnamon, boozy vibe, almost in the realm of like Zara the Most Wanted Parfum, but powdery.
Which is one of my favorites. But yes, definitely powdery, and it gives that kind of that Christmassy smell. You know, when you walk into like a
Christmas
coffee shop or a Christmas store. Yeah, that's what I almost get from it. Yeah, for my first time smelling it, I'm gonna have to give it at least a 7, maybe a 7.5, because it's pleasant, it's not as strong, and it could be different on the skin though. It could be different when you're wearing it around. I don't know. And like most of these I've actually worn. I think this one, and there's one other one coming up that I haven't worn. So I'm going to stick with a 7, just not enough experience for me to actually review properly, and I've never worn it, like I said. But it's pleasant. It's very pleasant, actually.
I enjoy this one. I made my like top 5 Thanksgiving fragrances, and this is what I ended up wearing on Thanksgiving. And just kind of like, as I said, it just reminds me of like the holidays, the cooler weather holidays. If I had to give this one a ranking, it's nothing insane. I think it got a little bit overhyped, but this is like an 8.7 out of 10 in my opinion. We got the last 3 are going to be pretty hyped up fragrances. Do you want to pick the next one that we review?
Yeah, let's go for the kill shot here with JPG.
All right. Probably the most popular one off TikTok on this one. That or Rasasi Wasp, but they both got insanely popular.
I mean, God, you've had this thing for a while. Yeah, I mean, it's actually one of my... JPG in a whole is one of my favorites. I've never bought one. I've actually always just used his because it's occasional. It's very occasional for me. It is good, but it's not an everyday. I don't know. I mean, let's talk in the world of fragrance maxing, scent maxing, if you would. Yeah, way overhyped. I think this is every beginner's like, I'm gonna call it the Michael Jordan. Like everybody's like, oh, I need that. That's the best. That's the best out there. Yeah.
On a scale of 1 to 10?
8. I'll give it an 8.
I will say, this is a strong fragrance. It's a potent fragrance. It projects nicely. You'll get compliments when you wear this.
Yeah.
I think it was overhyped a little bit. I'm not going to say it's overrated. It just got a lot of hype.
Yeah, it's overhyped, not overrated.
I think, you know, just kind of going off of it's overhyped, not overrated, it didn't deserve the hype. But this is not an overrated fragrance by any means. I think when people rank it as like, you know, a 9 out of 10, a 9.5 out of 10, even though it's subjective to those people, I can see why people rank this. For me, this one's getting like a 9 out of 10. I love all the Jean Paul Gaultiers I have. This one, it's my least favorite, but the other 2 that I have are like 10 out of 10s in my opinion. Le Male Elixir, good fragrance though. We're gonna go with the last hype beast off TikTok from this on this video, which is gonna be Stronger With You Intensely.
100% a clone. It's a clone.
It's a clone?
It's a clone.
No, it's not.
I always have seen it as a clone as a Zara's Most Wanted.
came out before. So that one's actually supposed to be
This
similar
one offers
to
more spice though.
that one's supposed to be similar to the Most Wanted Eau de Parfum, Intense.
yeah,
but I believe
Intense.
that one came out before.
Yeah, this one's definitely one that it's hard to say because I have the Most Wanted and I have the Intense.
No, you have the Parfum.
I do have yeah. No, I have the Intense.
No, you have the Parfum. Oh, well, yeah.
I do,
He has a
yeah.
little roll on of it.
I have yeah. No, it's not a roll-on. It's
Well,
a
a
travel.
spray.
Yeah. When I first, actually, my first cologne ever was Zara's Most Wanted. I wish I would have known about this one before because I did like the Intense more, and then I think my palate started to develop. So then I said, okay, I do like how it's not as spicy as this one is, and it hits your nostrils completely different. But I wish I would have known about this one before, just to save some money too on top of that, because I did buy, like I said, the kit. Yeah, this one's going up there though. It is going to be an 8 for me. Actually, I'll give this one an 8.5. I'll give that an 8.5.
I think for me, so Stronger with the EDT is my favorite fragrance of all time. This, it's really good as well. It's vanillic, it's boozy, it's spicy. It's a really good fragrance. For me, this is again a 9.5 out of 10. Like, I wear this a decent amount, gets me a lot of confidence, so I think it's worth it. We're going on to the last one, which I don't think you've smelled this one.
Nope.
So we're going to get his blind reaction to this. We also got his blind reaction off of Spice Bomb Extreme. But of course, I'm talking about Parfums de Marley Greenlee. This one we might go a little more in depth on, just kind of talking about price as well. We'll see how, if price changes his ranking a little bit.
So right off the bat, it's kind of giving me the same thing as the Dreamer. It almost to me smells kind of soapy. It's definitely fresh. I'm gonna have to give that another smell. It's really heavy for soap, just for me at least. Good bottle design. I think it was classic. I think it was slick. I definitely think it was slick. But that's a hard one for me. This one's gonna be hard. I think that let's hear you. Let me develop a little bit more on this thought.
So, just for the quick rundown on this fragrance, green apple, you get oak moss, you get some woods. So it's a nice woodsy green apple scent. It's very versatile. It's pretty strong off my skin as well. I think it's good. If I had to give this one a ranking, price not being a factor, it's a 9.3 out of 10. Price being a factor, for what it is, it's an 8 out of 10. If we're just ranking off of scent though, which is what really we should be ranking off instead of price, it's a 9.3 out of 10. This fragrance is $345.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's worth it for that.
No. Yeah, like I was gonna say how it came off like the Dreamer. I think I'd rather just buy the Dreamer. And that's it. You got a good deal though.
Yeah.
I mean, you got it for how much?
I traded Arabian Sanka, which was $110.
Yeah. So that
I think because to me this fragrance cost me $110, it's definitely worth it. To the average person who's gonna have to spend $260 off discounters, I don't think this one's worth it.
couldn't catch me doing that.
Are you gonna rank this one, or do you feel like you can't really appropriately rank it?
I'm gonna rank it, but it's definitely not gonna be the best ranking. You gave it a 9.3. I'm gonna give it.
I gave it a 9.3 just off scent, not price.
So my scent, I'm hitting it with a 8.6.
8.6, pretty fair.
It is up there. It's not the worst, and it's not the best, but
I think this is the one that you ranked, or you might have gave one a 9.
I did. I gave Stronger With You a 9.
You gave Stronger With You a 9. This second place, which I feel like as soon as you throw in price, instantly goes down. It's a good fragrance. It's not worth $345. I'm just gonna say that.
Just buy the Dreamer at that point.
Which
it's not gonna give you the same though.
I don't get his comparison with the Dreamer. The Dreamer's a white floral scent. I don't know.
I think it's
everyone's nose is different as well.
I think that one gives me a floral at the same time. I think that's why I say soap and kind of fresh, a fresh burst.
Mm-hmm. Clean.
Yeah, but yeah, not my thing. Not my thing.
Is there anything else you want to say before we end the video?
Just looking at the other ones. Oh, top one that he recently, I don't know if he recently got it, but it's one of my favorites. Acqua di Gio Profondo. That's one.
He really enjoys that one.
I would buy that one. But out of these guys, definitely Stronger With You, and the least would be the, I can't even remember the name of it. What's the green one?
Greenlee?
Yeah, Greenlee. Yeah,
You said the lead?
the green one. I'd say that I put that one. I honestly, if
That was
I had
your
to- if
second
I had-
highest ranking.
Yeah, but if I had to buy one,
Oh, okay.
I had
So
to buy
price
one-
included.
yeah, price included, I'd put in that one dead last.
You think price included, which one do you think overall is the best value?
I think it depends, but if I had to say for me personally, it's cheap, and for me it does the same thing. I'm going with Stronger With You or Hawass. Yeah, for me it's these two. If I had to buy either one, I'm going with these two.
So price included, 2 he likes the most, Stronger With You intensely, Rasasi Hawass. But that is going to do it for the video. Let me know in the comments below, was there a ranking that I or my brother gave that was surprising to you guys? If it was, let me know. Let us know as well a couple of the rankings you would give for the fragrances that we put. Anything else you want to say?
Nope.
All right, well, that's going to do it. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. Have a great day.